Good evening, Aquarius. This is David with Tarot and Astrology for All, bringing you your reading for the next 7 days. And this is very interesting because as I was going through the bag of rocks, this one right here made itself prominent. This right here is the rock that I found in La Quinta, California. Basically, I found it when I was stepping out of my car. Now, as I thought about that stone, I thought about the don't step on me process, right? Don't tread on me. And so when it comes to this stone, I call it the don't step on me rock or don't tread on me rock. And so as I was rolling the die, which led to your sign being the next one, I noticed that one of the biggest things was an immediate energy of Gemini energy. And this Gemini energy, it could tend to be flip-floppity, much kind of like the energy of Libra, but this is more communicative energy. And there's definitely a lot of communication that I feel is going on with you. And of course, that's not too surprising because you are an air sign as well. Now, I feel like you're coming from a space of spirituality, or maybe even a space of where like you started to question a lot of different things in life. Maybe not even looking at things from a spiritual perspective, but just kind of looking at it from a higher perspective, really like digging deep into yourself. And I feel like you found a lot of different answers, and now you're communicating with people. And, or maybe you need to communicate with people because the beaver is a very, very hardworking card, or a hardworking animal on the card. And beavers, they build dams, right? So these dams, they stop the flow of water. And I very much feel that there is a necessary need in your case to stop the flow of communication, right? Because there's a necessary need for you to care for yourself in the future. And if you're busy doing all sorts of work, you're not going to slow down. You're not going to stop. So this is dealing with the emotions too. I very much feel like you've been wearing your heart on your sleeve. And it's time to kind of stop that for a second. Don't let people tread on you, all right? I very much feel that like as people tread on you, you get this deer in the headlights type of feel. And you know, deer are kind of like one of the most docile creatures you will ever notice. So when it comes to that energy, I very much feel that this has to do something with a group dynamic. You might be the center of attention, or somebody else could be the center of attention, and this could lead to anger, jealousy, etc., etc. So, continuing on. Okay, so this is about the nurturing and receptive principle. This card right here specifically is 5. So there's changes that are going on, but I feel like there's a necessary need to work on the self, is what the beaver kind of tells me in the reverse. So She of the Crow is about the receptive principle. It's about nurturing and that kind of thing. I very much feel that you haven't been nurturing yourself as much as you need to, Aquarius. So this definitely is about bringing your energy back inside you, but don't do it at the expense of, well, I would say at the expense of your health, at the expense of your family, or anything like that. Epona's wild daughter in the reverse. All right, so I feel very much, Aquarius, that through a lot of this, you've been feeling a lot of doubt, a lot of, pain, I guess you could say. And it's actually one of those cards that it denotes nightmares, or it denotes like bad, how would I say, bad feelings, bad thoughts, not normalized. This is something that you've been keeping in the back of your mind. And of course, 545, there's changes going on around you, but there is a necessary need for self-care. So maybe that's what's talking about for the future. All right, ecstasies. I very much feel that right now, whatever's the situation that's going on, it's not leaving you happy, Aquarius. So good thing we're here to find answers. Yeah, everything's very much moving way too fast for you to really point your finger on it. And I very much feel like you don't feel like you have that energy from the universe. And it's very much true. I mean, I would feel that in this situation, there is a necessary need to go within yourself. And at the same time, you know, you got to work hard towards it. And maybe even communicating with other people will help that idea that you're coming into. Because deep in the middle of this fire ant is that red circle. I feel like you're one of those ants there with a lot of different people outside your borders or outside your country that can like help to do things in your favor. All right, so there is something with giving and receiving, and I definitely felt that too. But I feel like there's a certain heartbreak that might be able to come about due to finances, and but I feel like you'll feel this heartbreak first, and then the universe is going to be asking you, did you learn your lesson? And if you did, like, how are you going to give back to the world, right? Because I'm pretty sure you have a lot of skills to offer, Aquarius. And just like Libra, you're always having people around, or you're always being taken into situations with a lot of other people through a significant other. All right, so yeah, there's instability that's going on. It's not complete instability because this is, well, it's right next to the castle. So usually right by the castle is pretty safe. But I feel like maybe some of you guys are wishing for a marriage, but no, not yet. There's a lot of things you don't know. But this is the time to follow things down to the letter, right? Kind of religiously, I guess you could say. And the Hierophant is also a holder of knowledge too. So that's something very interesting to draw. And right underneath Ecstasis, there is a necessary need to organize your life, Aquarius. And that's what's going to help bring you happiness. Yeah, you might feel like you're having to give up a certain position in life, but it's all right. You'll make it. So, time to roll these die. It rolled right on Aquarius again. So, you're going to be standing in your power, Aquarius. And right after you get done with communicating how you feel and things like that, you're going to get that nurturing principle that you've been looking for. You're going to get that reciprocity, right? And it might actually lead to fertility for some of you guys. So, let's see. Uranus energy. Okay, so you're going to be entering into a space of uniqueness, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word. Now, whatever it was that you were doing may have been exhausting. It could be addicting too. And of course, you know, with the red stone, it's all about healing that heart chakra. Now, how do you do that? You understand that you're abundant in life, and then you shift your thoughts over to how can I make this world more beautiful, right? 6. All right. So, you know, with the 6, this is about everyday things. This is about, like, for instance, who makes breakfast, or for instance, like, who's going to fill up this cup with the water, right? And so I feel like there's a lot of changes going on. These changes, I feel like maybe you're on the brink or on the end of getting rid of the negative self-talk and the vibrations that you might feel. Now, what ends up happening is that on an even note, there is a 9, which usually deals with the endings and conclusions. And I feel like you're going to be entering into that space where you do things for your personal enjoyment rather than trying to do it for someone else. So with that, thank you, Aquarius, for being here. Thank you for all the likes and shares and subscribes that will happen. And I hope to see you within the next 7 days. All right. You guys take care and have a good night.